Prepare for an incredible journey. In this video, we will present 11 significant aspects that it's beneficial to remove from your life quietly. We encourage you to actively participate in this adventure, share your insights on each subject we address, and stay with us until the conclusion of the video. You are about to embark on a voyage of learning and personal development. These upcoming moments offer you the opportunity to engage in profound self-reflection and gain a deeper understanding of yourself. We are confident that the lessons we are about to impart will bring illumination and transformation to your life. Shall we begin? First point, no need for explanations with those who inflict pain. When faced with individuals who cause you pain, there's no requirement to provide justifications to those responsible for your suffering. There's no need to engage in complaints, arguments, or confrontations over someone's negative behavior. Even if this person was once considered a close friend or confidant and has made choices that have disrespected and harmed you, it's often best to move forward without seeking validation. Maintain your composure and rationality while focusing on your personal growth. There may come a time when this person realizes their need for your support, and during that moment, a simple no suffices. If you feel compelled to explain your stance, you can do so. But remember, you are not obligated to aid someone who has acted without integrity or breached your trust. Avoid unnecessary conflicts or battles. The optimal course of action is to quietly distance yourself from such individuals, as time will reveal the consequences of their actions. Concentrate on self-care and allow the future to unveil what is in the best interest of both parties. By choosing to move forward without the need for elaborate explanations or justifications, you demonstrate profound respect for your own boundaries. It's crucial to recognize that you are not obliged to associate with people who cause harm or fail to appreciate your worth. Each one of us deserves to be treated with respect and acknowledged for our true selves. Therefore, by decisively removing those who bring us pain from our lives, we make a courageous decision that contributes to our emotional well-being and personal development, ultimately leading us toward a more authentic and fulfilling existence. Second point, shedding unnecessary goals. There will come occasions when you recognize the significance of making choices, acting in a certain manner, or remaining true to your own unique path. Occasionally, you may find it necessary to relinquish specific objectives to prioritize the path that resonates most with your core self. This is entirely natural, as we don't always accomplish everything we set out to do, and at times it becomes essential to forgo certain goals in favor of others. However, it's crucial to quietly let go of these superfluous goals without broadcasting your intentions to the world. Avoid leaving behind hints or loose information that might divulge your primary strategy. Exercise prudence throughout this process, discreetly shedding less important goals and implementing gradual changes in your life. As the cards are revealed on the table, always proceed with circumspection, safeguarding your plans and allowing your decisions to be guided by authenticity as you seek the path that best aligns with your true self. Third point, relationships, be it friendships or romances. Maintaining the sanctity of intimate details and refraining from venting to others about the reasons behind the conclusion of a friendship or relationship is of utmost importance. The intimacy shared should remain solely between you and the other person involved, and there's no necessity for others to be privy to these reasons. No one is entitled to information regarding conflicts or distressing situations, as such disclosures often lead to gossip and further complicate matters. If you find yourself compelled to talk, it may indicate lingering emotional wounds that need healing. Consequently, irrespective of the circumstances, it is advisable to quietly reflect upon these behaviors without sharing them with others. In the event of a problematic relationship, the appropriate course of action is to address it without broadcasting the details to the wider world. By preserving the confidentiality of such matters and dealing with the issues internally, you facilitate the process of acceptance and healing. It is essential to safeguard the privacy and dignity of all parties involved while tending to your emotional well-being with prudence and wisdom. Fourth point, self-control. In times of tension, it's advisable to refrain from raising your voice in the presence of others and to maintain control over excessive displays of frustration or anger. When you find yourself upset, consider channeling that emotional energy into actions that yield constructive results. Utilize this heightened energy as a driving force to propel you towards your life goals and cultivate your body's capacity to manage stress. Exercise restraint over your emotions. Take time to reflect on them and redirect the accumulated energy into endeavors that fortify your well-being. However, it's important to proceed with prudence and discretion, as losing control during tense moments can expose vulnerabilities. Strive to dissipate this tension discreetly by addressing issues, fulfilling your responsibilities, and employing rationality as your guiding principle. Rather than publicizing your difficulties, focus on appreciating the existing blessings and relationships in your life, nurturing a sense of gratitude. Seek ways to alleviate emotional pressure quietly, while also fostering inner equilibrium and adopting healthier approaches to confront challenges. If you've made it this far, we invite you to leave a comment to signify your commitment to personal growth. Feel free to like and subscribe for more content of this nature. Let's continue this journey of self-improvement together. Fifth point, exercise discretion in sharing opinions. It's advisable to refrain from sharing your judgments with others, particularly when it concerns someone specific. Moreover, it's essential not to entertain such negative opinions within your own consciousness. Take a moment to seriously consider the impression you convey when speaking critically about someone. Instead of contributing to a positive and constructive dialogue or enriching the conversation, speaking negatively about an individual can disrupt the atmosphere needlessly. Therefore, it's recommended not to engage in such behavior. Resist the urge to openly declare your preferences or aversions towards others. Learn the art of diplomacy. If you find yourself not particularly fond of someone, consider the possibility of maintaining a respectful distance or attempting to coexist amicably, always exercising sound judgment. If issues arise with a particular individual, make an effort to engage in open and constructive communication, striving to find common ground and reach a consensus. However, any preconceived opinions and judgments you hold about others should be promptly discarded. As mentioned earlier, whether you harbor positive or negative feelings towards someone, consistently endeavor to act diplomatically. Demonstrate your ability to adapt to different social environments, accommodate change, and interact harmoniously, regardless of any differences you may encounter with others. Foster an attitude of respect and empathy in your interactions, as this will contribute to a more harmonious environment and foster healthier relationships with those around you. Sixth point, avoid relentless comparisons with others. It is crucial to steer clear of the habit of incessantly measuring oneself against others. Every individual treads their own distinct path in life, replete with their own accomplishments and triumphs. These personal achievements deserve recognition without being juxtaposed against others. Engaging in the detrimental practice of incessantly comparing our own lives to those of others can take a toll on our emotional well-being and impede personal growth. Furthermore, it can have adverse effects on our self-esteem as we risk succumbing to the pitfalls of unfavorable comparisons. Instead of celebrating our strengths and achievements, we may find ourselves preoccupied with what we perceive as deficiencies. Continuous comparisons with others divert our attention from our own aspirations and desires. leading us astray from what truly holds significance in our lives. We become ensnared in the illusion of needing to meet standards set by others, hindering our progression along our unique journeys and impeding the realization of our individual goals. By relinquishing the act of comparison, we can foster a sense of gratitude for our own circumstances. This allows us to take pride in our own progress and personal growth. It is imperative to remember that each person possesses their distinctive qualities, confronts their distinct challenges, and embarks upon their own unique life journey. Therefore, measuring oneself against others is neither equitable nor conducive to our well-being. We should acknowledge that each one of us boasts diverse strengths, encounters unique challenges, and follows a distinct life trajectory. Instead of incessantly comparing ourselves to others, it is far more constructive to focus on our own personal development and continued learning. 7th point, mindful utilization of social media. Consider, if you will, that your life resembles a captivating book, brimming with intriguing tales, insights, and escapades. Now, envision social media as a vast library where countless other stories are shared every passing moment. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? Yet, here lies a subtle peril, the ceaseless comparisons we engage in. As we peruse the glossy pages of these digital narratives, we frequently find ourselves measuring our most trying chapters against the high points of others. This kind of comparison, often unfair and divorced from reality, can ensnare us in a cycle of discontent and envy. Can you see the potential harm in this? With this awareness, it becomes imperative to learn how to regulate our consumption of these digital chronicles. Picture yourself entering this digital library with a clear purpose in mind. You venture in, seeking precisely what you need, whether it's connection, inspiration, or information, and then exit, returning to the pages of your own life's book. But how can you translate this concept into practice? Commence by establishing designated periods during the day for checking your social media, instead of getting entangled in it at every moment. Whether it's during breakfast, a work break, or at day's end, this approach creates a framework that prevents social media from monopolizing your time and thoughts. Another effective strategy entails questioning the intention behind each online interaction. Ask yourself, am I pursuing something constructive here, or am I merely idling away my time? This introspection can help you differentiate between purposeful use and aimless, passive consumption. Furthermore, it's imperative to recognize the signals indicating that social media may be detrimentally affecting your mood or self-esteem. If you find yourself feeling despondent after using these platforms, it may be an opportune moment to take a hiatus. Utilize this time to re-engage with activities that bring joy and fulfillment in the tangible world, such as reading a book, pursuing a hobby, or simply relishing the wonders of nature. By adopting these practices, you not only safeguard your mental well-being, but also rediscover the splendor of your own narrative, free from the incessant compulsion to compare it with the stories of others. Always bear in mind that each of us journeys along a distinctive path, replete with peaks and valleys, victories and trials, and it is precisely these facets that render each story, including your own, uniquely valuable. As we bid adieu to this topic, I encourage you to contemplate how you can commence writing the next chapter of your own tale today with diminished influence from the digital realm and amplified focus on the aspects that truly hold significance in your life. Let us embark on this voyage of self-discovery and personal growth collectively. The control of your life with the wisdom of history's most eminent philosophers. Stoicism in the 21st century serves as your guide to resilience, well-being, and prosperity. Transform challenges into triumphs, stress into fortitude, and uncertainty into clarity. 8th point, liberation from the quest for external validation. In our world today, there often seems to be a strong connection between a person's value and the perceptions of others. Nevertheless, I invite you to explore the freedom that arises when you break away from the relentless pursuit of external validation. Picture yourself on a stage, illuminated by a spotlight. Surrounding you, an audience of expectant faces, each harboring an opinion about how you should behave, speak, and present yourself. Can you fathom the suffocating nature of this scenario? Now, envision yourself stepping away from that stage and entering a tranquil and harmonious space, a realm where the only judgment that genuinely matters is your own. This metaphor underscores the significance of recognizing and cherishing your own inner voice amidst the external clamor. When we anchor our actions and choices in the quest for approval, we veer away from our authentic selves and our true desires. It's akin to persistently donning an ill-fitting outfit merely to please others. Now, contemplate moments when you felt most content and fulfilled. They were likely instances when you were in alignment with your own values and beliefs, irrespective of external expectations. This, in essence, is living authentically. But how can we actualize this authenticity in our daily lives? It commences with taking small steps. For instance, before making a decision, pause and inquire, am I doing this because it genuinely resonates with me, or is it an action driven by external expectations? Learn to place trust in your intuition and recognize your unique desires and needs. Another powerful practice involves fortifying your self-esteem. Acknowledge your strengths, commemorate your accomplishments, and glean wisdom from your errors. Remember, self-acceptance is an ongoing journey, and every minor triumph is significant. Lastly, foster relationships that nurture and empower you to be your genuine self. Surround yourself with individuals who respect your individuality and motivate you to express your true essence. Be while liberating ourselves from the incessant quest for external validation, we unlock the gates to a more authentic and gratifying path. It's a journey that enables us to emerge as the true authors of our lives, composing our stories with the ink of authenticity and courage. With these thoughts, we draw this segment to a close, hoping that it inspires you to contemplate how you can lead a more genuine life, true to your essence and liberated from the shadows of others' approval. Ninth point, handling relationships with grace and discretion. Relationships, whether they are friendships or romantic bonds, serve as mirrors reflecting various aspects of our lives, and they bring experiences that mold our identities. Yet, there exists a delicate boundary, a line of privacy and discretion. Visualize a relationship as a secret garden, a place where emotions, dreams, and special moments are tenderly nurtured. This garden is sacred, deserving of respect and gentle care. When a relationship concludes, be it a friendship or a romantic liaison, it's natural to experience pain, confusion, and a need to process the events that unfolded. Nevertheless, it's vital to bear in mind that the intricate details of this garden, this shared narrative, belong exclusively to you and the other individual involved. By choosing not to disclose intimate particulars or reasons for the separation, you are not only safeguarding the dignity of both parties, but also shielding your own heart. Sharing such information with others can open doors to misunderstanding, judgment, and, at times, even gossip. This does not contribute to healing. Rather, it can prolong the anguish and propagate a cycle of negativity. So, how can we navigate the conclusion of a relationship in a healthy manner? Firstly, it's essential to grant yourself time and space to heal. Permit yourself to experience the emotions, but do so introspectively. If necessary, consider seeking support from a mental health professional, someone who can provide impartial guidance and assistance. Secondly, foster the practice of personal reflection. Instead of seeking external validation or solace, turn your gaze inward. Inquire what lessons you have gleaned from this relationship and how you can employ these insights to foster personal growth. Every relationship, even those that come to an end, imparts valuable lessons. Lastly, recognize that maintaining discretion and preserving privacy signifies maturity and respect, not just for the other party, but also for yourself. As you close a chapter in your life, do so with grace and dignity, recognizing that each experience serves as preparation for what lies ahead. With these thoughts, we draw this third point to a close, hopeful that it provides illumination and perspective on how to confront the conclusion of relationships with wisdom and respect, upholding the dignity and privacy that both you and the other party merit. 10th point, releasing unrealistic expectation. Consider this an invitation to embark on an inner voyage where we will delve into how our expectations possess the power to shape and, at times, distort our perception of reality. Let's commence with a metaphor. Envisage your life as an epic journey across an expansive ocean. Each expectation can be likened to a sail on your vessel, propelling you toward your dreams and aspirations. Nonetheless, when these sails prove overly colossal, when our expectations metamorphose into unrealistic ideals, they can veer us off course, steering us into turbulent waters teeming with disappointment and discontent. Unrealistic expectations resemble maps that promise mythical treasures, goading us to pursue ideals of flawlessness in ourselves, others, and the circumstances we encounter. However, the inquiry we ought to pose is this: do these ideals genuinely belong to us, or have they been imposed upon us by external influences, such as society, culture, or the media? To commence the process of disentangling ourselves from these expectations, we must first acknowledge them. This necessitates a degree of candor and introspection. Ask yourself, do these expectations uplift my spirit or weigh me down? Do they mirror my authentic self and my core values? The subsequent step is cultivating acceptance. Embrace who you are, your current position on your journey, and the situations beyond your control. This doesn't signify relinquishing your dreams. Rather, it entails recognizing and valuing the journey toward those aspirations, replete with its imperfections and trials. Furthermore, it is imperative to learn to set pragmatic, attainable objectives goals that resonate with your genuine essence rather than with an idealized vision of success. This process also entails rejoicing in the small triumphs along the way, acknowledging that each stride, irrespective of its size, represents valuable progress. Lastly, keep in mind that the journey itself is as significant as the destination. By relinquishing unrealistic expectations, you grant life the liberty to flow more naturally and serenely, creating space for surprises and joys that could never have been meticulously planned. With these thoughts, we draw this fourth point to a close, hopeful that it motivates you to traverse life with sails finely tuned to reality, savoring the beauty of the voyage replete with its twists, turns, and discoveries. 11th point, steer clear of gossip and the spread of negativity. Now, we venture into a realm often overlooked in our daily interactions, yet one that wields a significant impact on our well-being and the quality of our relationships: involvement in gossip and the propagation of negativity. In this section, we shall delve into how distancing ourselves from these behaviors can not only enhance our mental state, but also elevate the caliber of our connections. Picture every word we utter as a seed sown in the garden of our lives and the lives of those around us. When we select words of encouragement, support, and positivity, we plant seeds of kindness and comprehension. Conversely, when we engage in gossip or negative discourse, we sow the seeds of misunderstanding, distrust, and discord. Gossip may appear benign or even a form of social bonding, but in reality, it serves as a two-way street that leads to the erosion of respect, both for others and ourselves. Furthermore, by fixating on negativity, we nourish a mindset that obscures our ability to perceive the goodness and positivity that surrounds us. So, how can we deviate from this path and choose a more positive trajectory? Firstly, it's essential to remain conscious of the conversations we partake in. When a dialogue veers towards gossip or unwarranted criticism, attempt to gently shift the topic or highlight something positive about the person or situation under discussion. Additionally, practice empathy. Prior to uttering or disseminating information about someone, ponder, would I wish for this to be said about me? This simple inquiry can serve as a potent compass for maintaining conversations that are respectful and constructive. Another pivotal step involves fostering a positive environment around you. Surround yourself with individuals who also prioritize positivity and authenticity in their interactions. Together, you can cultivate a culture characterized by mutual respect and support. Lastly, remember that change commences with you. By choosing to abstain from participating in gossip and negativity, you are not only safeguarding your own integrity, but also setting a precedent for others. By integrating these principles into our lives, we can nurture a more positive, empathetic, and resilient mindset, contributing to authentic personal growth and more profound and meaningful interpersonal bonds. If you found the video enjoyable, consider subscribing to the channel, activating the notification bell for updates on fresh content, and naturally, leaving a thumbs up and your thoughts in the comments section. You'll find 2 additional videos on your screen now. Relish your expedition into wisdom and stay connected with the Creator.